Chisa might be Ryoko's sister from Kill La Kill because her scissor blade prowess is top tier. Just like Cartethyia, she will be cutting the meta, the enemies, the negative status all in half. No wait, she actually gives negative statuses, right? We'll be talking about a lot of negative status over the next couple weeks because Chisa is definitely going to be the premium unit for any negative status team. Aero Rover might have just been replaced because there's a good reason to believe that Chisa will excel at bringing every negative status user to new heights. But before we actually jump to conclusion, let's go over and dissect what we know about Chisa, the Havoc Broadblade user. My name is VoidEnigma, and if you're enjoying the content, leave a like and subscribe because that really helps the channel so that I can pump out more videos. Let's get to scissoring these fools. Chisa appears to be a character designed to help not only with her own negative status, Havoc Bane, but every other negative status user. A key point to take note of is her outro skill. It's a substantial buff to any negative status. It grants each teammate the ability to increase the maximum stacks of every negative status. When you deal negative status damage or you inflict a negative status, you inflict a debuff on the enemy called Thread of Bane, and Thread of Bane will let you ignore a portion of the enemy's defense. The outro buffs will have major implications for team building going forward. She's able to buff every character that uses negative statuses, and these buffs are pretty substantial. The ability to raise the cap on every negative status is just insane. I wonder if we'll be able to see a team of the characters just blasting off negative statuses and whittling the enemy down. Those are her buffs, but what about her kit? Well, her liberation will actually be able to heal the entire team, and it also puts her into enhanced chainsaw mode, and from there, Chisa will be able to let loose her main functions of the team: murder. With her resonant skill, she also marks the enemies, which lets Chisa inflict Havoc Bane on the target. So she wants to start her rotation with her resonant skill and her liberation. From here, she has many cool and unique attacks using her scissor blades, and I'm always impressed with how amazing Kuro Games makes these characters. Absolute insanity with this. So it looks like Chisa's going to be able to hit the field and then heal the team with her Resonance Liberation, and then she'll be able to use her Resonance skill to mark the enemy and inflict some Havoc Bane. Then, she'll actually be able to attack all of the enemies to build up her forte, and eventually activate her enhanced resonance skill, tear up the enemies, chain them all together, group them, and destroy them. Most of her damage is also considered resonance liberation damage, so take note of that. When she uses her outro skill after her rotation, the incoming character who specializes in negative statuses will be able to get the amazing buffs that we talked about earlier: more stacks and defense ignore. Every character getting passive defense ignore is actually crazy, which I guess the caveat is they have to use negative statuses. With all of that in mind, Chisa is looking like the shorekeeper of negative status effects. The utility of her kit and buffs are insane. Grouping, healing, buffs, I really wonder how crazy she's going to make future teams. Negative status effects just got a buff, and that's surely going to be Chisa, but let's move on to her echo options. This is normally where we'd actually talk about her echoes, but all we know is that there is a new Sonata effect that's being released called Thread of Severed Fate. I'll have an updated guide once Chisa actually gets released, so stay tuned everyone. With Chisa's release, of course, we see her amazing scissor actions in play, and her signature is the only way that you'll be able to see these amazing interactions. The signature is solid, a great asset to Chisa and to your team, because once you actually max out the passive, which is fueled by Chisa using negative statuses, stacking up to 3 times or an intro skill, she will be able to grant the entire team a 24% attribute damage bonus, as long as they are inflicting negative status effects. The weapon is pretty damn good in any negative status team, and it's worthy of being a signature weapon. Those stacks also grant her liberation damage to boot, which will increase her on-field presence. Her next best option is going to be Wildfire Marks, and it's her next best option because it does almost the same thing, but a little less. Basically, it's going to be buffing fusion characters instead of negative status characters, but Chisa won't really be able to use that well at the moment. It's less crit value overall, and the passive is harder to keep up because Chisa is forced to alter her rotation to use heavy attacks, if her rotation even allows that, and she's only buffing fusion characters and not negative status characters, and at the moment there's no fusion negative status character that exists. In the future though, this weapon can really shine. Lastly, we have Lustrous Razor as Chisa's third go-to option, which Chisa can use pretty decently. She loses all of the crit value, which is kind of a big fall off, but she is able to utilize the passive at least, although not fully. Maybe her resonance skill and her enhanced resonance skill count as separate stacks, but we'll have to wait until she actually gets released to see if she gets 1, 2, or 3 stacks on average from this weapon. More info to confirm in the future guide. With the implications of being a negative status shorekeeper, Chisa has some serious potential depending on how powerful her outro buff is. With that being said, is she really needed? Well, Aero Rover is able to do his job pretty well of increasing the maximum stacks of Aero Erosion for the Erosion team, and thanks to his signature sword, he's able to amplify the arrow damage substantially. It's hard to say if Chisa will be able to really push past these amazing buffs. These two find themselves in a similar role, but Aero Rover is free, so whether Chisa can surpass him is up in the Erosion. Nonetheless, I can see a Cartethyia Ciaconna Chisa team coming together, and it could be a really good time. Next, we have the Spectro Frazzle team with Pheobe and Zani, and I think this is going to be a solid fit for her. Before, we had Shorekeeper and Spectro Rover to fill that slot, but judging from the buffs, Chisa may be the perfect fit. The increased stack of the outro skill is next to useless, because Zani lets Spectro Frazzle stack up to like the 100, so the only thing that we're really focused on is going to be the defensing roar, which is pretty cool. Shorekeeper's buffs are still very solid, so this is really just going to be a side grade if anything. So where will Chisa really shine? Well, with the new characters that deal negative status effects. She seems to be designed to be a one-size-fit-all for negative effects, and I know that she will do a damn good job at it. Her gameplay looks so fun and it looks so smooth, and I cannot wait to try her out. The guide will be out shortly after version 2.8 comes up, so subscribe so you don't miss it, and I still plan on making a teams video to discuss more about Chisa's team options over the next few days. Like the video if you enjoyed this quick and easy breakdown, and to support my efforts and deliver on amazing content. Thank you all for showing up and finishing the video. I hope you enjoy your day and you got this. Enigma, out.